We teach a lot of critical thinking and, challenging institutions. Those young people will leave our school, they'll go out into the Bitcoin community, they'll work for Bitcoin companies, they'll disrupt from within. My pledge is that there are no more Bitcoin horror stories because the children are educated from 3. We are a school that does things differently anyway. We want disruptive children. We want children that are going to go out and change the world. People think I'm a bit crazy anyway, so...
Cheers!
You told me about a very interesting project. Could you tell me a little bit more about what you're doing?
Of course, Daniel. So I'm Claire Chisholm. I'm principal at Lomond School in Scotland, and I'm an educator, and I'm a Bitcoin educator. And this year we made a huge announcement to tell the world that we are accepting payment for our school fees in Bitcoin. I think we're the first school, certainly in the UK and maybe Europe, to do that. But I'm not stopping there. I'm now embedding Austrian economics and the principles of Bitcoin into our curriculum. Already we have really good curriculum. It's really free thinking. We use the IB curriculum, which is pretty decentralised. It's not subject to government intervention, and we teach a lot of critical thinking and challenging institutions and ideas and becoming open-minded, going out there to change the world.
And what's your school called?
It's called Lomond School in Loch Lomond in Scotland. So from August, we're going to properly implement our Austrian economics into the curriculum. And what I would love, so also I've launched an opportunity to sponsor scholarships at the school, because what I would love is for our school to bring young people from all around the world, maybe from really difficult circumstances, maybe in countries where they can't move their money, where there's poverty, where there's no opportunity, to come to Lomond, experience our education, let us wrap our arms around, give all of the culture and the sport and the language and the education and the Bitcoin education, and then hopefully those young people will leave our school, they'll go out into the Bitcoin community, they'll work for Bitcoin companies, they'll disrupt from within perhaps, and then maybe they'll sponsor some scholarships of their own at the other side. So that's a dream, Daniel, that's a dream.
Oh, amazing. That sounds like, I don't even know if I ever heard about a project like that.
I mean, there are some other schools. Obviously, there's Mi Primer Bitcoin, which is already used in some schools in South America. But certainly in the UK, there are some clubs. It's a bit kind of fringe, add-on. Bitcoin seems a bit gimmicky in schools, but properly integrating it with the curriculum that we already teach. So, when we're teaching history, why not teach, what happened in Germany in the 30s? When we're teaching our maths, we should be teaching financial education, including Bitcoin. When we're looking at economics and business, we should be looking at case studies that include Bitcoin companies. And that's what I built my team at Lomond to do. And we're just ready to go. We just need those scholarships.
Amazing. And could you tell me what was your orange pill moment? When did it happen?
Oh, well, I call him patient. You got patient zero. I call him parent zero. He's actually here. His name's Robin Smith. So Robin was a parent at my school, and he caught me one night. We were having drinks, and he said, "Hey, Claire, can I pay my school fees in Bitcoin?" I was like, "Well, tell me about Bitcoin. Tell me how I can make that work, and we'll see." So he shared some information with me. He put me in touch with some people in the UK, a guy called Danny Knowles and Alan Farrington. And we met quite a lot, and we talked about the logistics. I took the idea to my governors, who I thought were going to be like scary old white men, but they're so forward thinking. I showed them a video called "What's the Problem" by Joe Bryan, and it explains how our money is broken and how that affects society and a lot of the societal issues, poverty, injustice. crime, obesity, all of those things are linked to poor money. So that really helped me understand, and that helped my governors understand. And then we went big. We just announced it. I went down to a conference, Peter McCormick's conference in Bedford, and I was on the stage to make the announcement. And then since then, I've just hung about really cool people, Daniel, like you, at these kind of conferences, just like a little sponge, soaking it up. So I'm a new girl. I don't have a Bitcoin horror story, and actually my pledge is that there are no more Bitcoin horror stories, because the children are educated from 3 all the way through. They understand it. They go out in the world with that vision and that breadth of understanding, and they can make the changes, because we're too old, Daniel. I'm sure we are. Well, I'm speaking for myself here. You look about 20. But we're too old, our generation's kind of not where it should be for making these big changes. It's got to be the little ones, I think. So, that's my mission. I love education. I just love the debate, the discourse, the challenge, the free thinking, getting things wrong. And I'm so excited to bring this new initiative. Actually, next week I'm going down to London. I was in Prague for the last 2 days at the corporate event, spoke to some really interesting people. And next week I'm going down to London, a few Bitcoin events, some actual work, because I am a teacher, but also I'm meeting 4 head teachers. Because they're interested in Bitcoin for their own schools too. So who knows, I could be like orange pilling the education community. I don't know. What
a tremendously important role in orange pilling the world. That's amazing. And how's the feedback so far?
It's been really good. I mean, I was nervous because the publicity around Bitcoin and just being so associated in the press with a lot of negative things. And the community that my school is in is a small community. We're just outside Glasgow. We're not in the epicenter of Bitcoin. So it was new for a lot of people, but I just I spoke to all my teachers about it, my leadership team. A lot of them have now invested in Bitcoin. Some of them want paid in Bitcoin. I know, it's pretty cool. And we've not made any big changes. We've not done anything radical. We've not done anything scary. We are a school that does things differently anyway. Yeah. We don't do the same curriculum as other schools nearby. We want disruptive children. We want children that are going to go out and change the world. That's what we're preparing them for. So this just seems like the next natural step. And I think people think I'm a bit crazy anyway, so they were probably expecting it.
and you got support from Saifedean Ammous as well?
Yes, so Saifedean has been lovely. He obviously has his Bitcoin standard, and he's rewriting that just now for, I don't even know if I can say this, but anyway, he's rewriting this just now for a younger audience, which is going to be part of the kind of bedrock of our teaching materials. It was funny because we were talking and Saifedean said, no, I think a 15-year-old can read the Bitcoin standard, no problem. And I'm like, Saifedean, I can't even read it. I've got 3 degrees. So he said he'll rework that and we'll work together. But I'm taking inspiration and ideas from lots of people. In fact, even chatting to somebody yesterday, they were talking about a great theory they had about explaining how blockchain works to kids using Rubik's Cubes, and just keep the conversation going and draw on the expertise from the community.
Yeah. Well, it's an amazing project. I wish you all the success. We need more teachers like you, and all the success, and good luck with the conference here.
Thanks, Daniel. Make sure you send your kids to my school, please.
What?
Make sure you send your kids to my school.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.